Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about things that we own. See how my hair blows out? See how windy it is here? I got real light hair. Anyways, Sue was talking about that on the way over to the flying field this morning, that how everything you own owns you. And, if you buy something, and it doesn't matter really what it is, it requires something from you. Even food. If you buy yourself a piece of steak, well, that steak's going to require something from you. It's going to require you to cook it, get it ready, season it, cook it. So that steak is going to require something from you. Any item that you buy, I have racing quads and model airplanes. They all require something from me. They require me to make sure they're working properly and to fly them. But it's not always a bad thing. It can be a fun thing. But so the more you own, the more is required from you. Need to get sunglasses. I put the camera to the position where that my face isn't dark, and then I squint. So it's always hard to find a good spot. But back to things that you own you. Your home requires certain things out of you to maintain your home. Your vehicle requires things that change oil and tires and all that. It always requires something from you. Simple things. Wow, maybe a trinket. But you set on the shelf, you got to dust it. So it's something to think about. Every time you purchase some little item, you think, it's like, now what's this going to require from me? And I'm sure if you think hard enough, you'll think, yeah, this is going to require some kind of an effort from me. Now back to the subject of things and things that own you or require things from you. We was talking a little more about that, and it's like I think when you're younger, you want so many things. As say a young adult, maybe you want that new car, that new boat, or a new camper, a new motorcycle, whatever it is, and it means a lot to you. And too, I think when you're younger, you have more energy to take care of things. But everything of those items that you want so bad really does require something from you, And again, like I said before, it's not always a bad thing. It's just to realize that this item is going to take something from me. I have to do something in order to own this item, I've always had motorcycles most of my life, and I enjoy them, but now I'm one of those guys. I like my motorcycle nice and clean and sparkly, and so, I was always waxing and cleaning, and always felt, before I could wipe it all down before I go out for a ride and come back, and, I didn't always wipe it down when I got back, but before I always went out and wiped it out so it looked really nice and looked cool, that's just the way I was. But see, that motorcycle required something from me, and so that's just what we were going by. And as you get older, you put a little less value on things. Like sometimes it just doesn't matter as much. Even to have, sometimes having brand new shiny things don't matter as much. I mean, they're nice, but actually for myself, I like things more to be reliable so that they don't require so much from me. Having a newer car is nice. That's nice and shiny and new, but the main reason I would want a new car is because now this car should not break down. Shouldn't. Doesn't mean they won't, but they shouldn't break down. And so it's going to require less from me on it. So, this is just kind of food for thought. When you want something, analyze it out maybe and say, hey, what is this thing going to require from me? Am I willing to give that up? Sometimes it's just money. It requires money from you, so it's still requiring something from you. You think that over and say, well, do I really want this or not? And for myself, as I've gotten older, there's things I thought I want, and I think it over, and I really don't want it. So that's something to think about. It's just something I've been mulling around there. Yeah, I love mornings. Sometimes I'll get out here to the flying field and I'll just stroll around and look at things there. This is one of our, see if I can get it where I can see. this is our indication of how windy it is. Right now, the winds here today are coming and going. Sometimes our flag will stand straight out. And think of the flag there. We just went through Veterans Day, and we just thank all the veterans for what they've done for us, and appreciate them. And now the flag's moving a little bit more for us. There's times it'll come straight out there, but the winds are up and down. It's getting more windier now. In which that's not always a good thing when you're flying radio control airplanes, because they're very sensitive to the wind. And so a steady wind's not as bad as gusty winds, because you're going along and all of a sudden it does things that you're not ready for, and they can give you a real thrill. Also, we got big woods behind us, and you can hear the wind blowing through the trees at the woods. It's very comfortable out here. It's beautiful, really a beautiful morning. It's probably 73, 74 degrees, and nice breezes on it. And speaking of the woods, we come back there's a lane here. It's about a mile back here off the road. And when we come back the lane, we'll see a lot of animals, a lot of critters. And this morning we saw 3 different deers, and we saw something else go across, and we believe it was a bobcat. We've seen bobcats several times out here, and they're not all that big, and about the size of Abby, our dog, on it. But I see something dark going across the road this morning, and we think it could have been a bobcat. I know there's bear out here, but I haven't ever spotted any, but I know they're out here. So we got all kinds of critters out here. Besides the birds and the animals, then they got people. The people are probably the hardest to deal. The animals don't really give us much problem. The sky is very pretty this morning. The wind is picking up, and like now it looks dead calm, but then it picks up again. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of the sky. It's really a pretty sky out here. Yeah, I wanted to show you our charging system out here at our flying field. Most of the model airplanes anymore are run with lithium batteries, and you need to charge them up. And we have these are basically like 2 rods. The top is the plus and the bottom's the minus. And you just take an alligator, clip your charger onto there, and you can charge your battery. We also have electricity out here because we do have a solar system that with a power inverter. We have a 3,000 watt power inverter hooked to this system, so you're able to plug in and have electricity out here. And we're out here in the middle of nowhere land, and we got power. Let me show you the solar panels here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them very well or not. Let's see if I can zoom in on them. And we have 6 100 watt solar panels, and this is what powers our whole system. And seem to have plenty of power out here, and we've just put this system in this late summer on it, and it's really working out really good for us. Earlier we was out to the flying field. We had some sunshine, but as you can see, it's kind of clouded over right now. The weather feels great though. I mean, it's just one of those temperatures that it's not hot, it's not cold. There's a nice little breeze going there. It just feels wonderful out. I love days like this. It's cold just to be out and around. This is our good time of year. Hey, thanks for watching the video. It was kind of fun thinking about some things, and nothing of a particular subject, but just think about things that you own. And had a nice little time. We did some flying out to the flying field, ran our racing quads, and hung out and talked to a few guys there, and a few people hadn't been out for a while, so that was fun. So hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and have any comments, if you have any thoughts on things that you own and own you, leave it in the comment section below there. I'd love to hear from you. And hey, I want to thank all my subscribers there. Thanks for supporting my channel. And if you have any other ideas you'd like to hear me go on about, that's what you want to be, just go on about. But anyway, it's fun. So hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber there. Hit that little bell that gives you the little warning there. Not warning, but yeah, there's a warning I got a video of. Hit that warning bell. But so we'll see you guys the next time.